Oh,
Ended a bit
hello
abruptly
everybody.
there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but how's it going,
Right,
everybody?
didn't it, lad?
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the South Stand View. We're here to talk about that game at Pride Park. Leeds United back-to-back away wins for the first time this season, I would like to think, after a 1-0 win at Derby. Just before we get into it, as always, please make sure you're smashing that like. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. And of course, get all of your comments into the live chat and we'll flash them up on screen. Lads, how are we after that? Mike, let's start with you.
Good. I'll be honest with you, lads. I was ready for a good royal old whinge after that. Before that Aronson goal, but yeah, we pulled it out of the bag. I think first half was pretty shocking. To be fair, wasn't it? I think we were quite laboured in possession, slow on the ball.
Yeah.
Passing. That final pass, that final ball seemed to be off. But yeah, sometimes you've just got to kind of grind out these results, and you do get games like today. So yeah, happy when that Aronson goal went in towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Isaac, we saw some changes to the lineup tonight. Obviously, I know it's all hindsight now, but at the time when the lineup was out, were you happy to see certain changes made? Maybe not one in particular, but others.
Happy to see. I think we spoke about potentially Dan James being rested, so I thought, maybe we'll get by this with just Nonto and Ramazani. But turns out them two are shit now. So yeah, we had to bring the big guns on and get the League One players off to get the win in the end, didn't we, lads? So we'll take it. First 3 in a row all season, as promotion teams tend to do. So Merry Christmas.
Yeah. An ugly win, wasn't it? But I think that's the sign of champions sometimes, isn't it? Digging out these wins, and I think when you looked at the goal, it were beautifully worked, and we didn't look like we were capable of that all game, and then we pulled it out of the bag towards the end. So yeah, a very we'll take that, won't we?
Yeah, and obviously we'll come on to the goal and the second half in a little bit, but I think we do have to speak about that first half because I'll be honest, I didn't think we were great in the first half. I was quite frustrated at points, especially in the midfield. I was looking in the group chat as the game was going on. I can't remember who it was, but someone did say that I think we were missing Joe Rothwell in that midfield. It may have been Isaac. Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, and I thought that was spot on. I don't think Ampadu was quite at the races in this game. I'll be completely honest, but Isaac, just want to add to that point that you made, mate, about the midfield?
Yeah, mate, I had a bit of a fear. If we go back to yesterday's pod, I had a bit of an issue, not an issue, but I was a bit tentative to play Ampadu and Tanaka together because I thought they were too similar. And then judging solely off that performance today, I feel like that is what I thought might happen. I felt like they were both a little bit too deep and we didn't really progress the ball that much from the centre of the park.
Yeah, I agree with that, Isaac. Totally agree with that. I think there were times where Ampadu were kind of hanging onto the ball a little bit too long, and then you saw the wide players kind of making a run and then having to track back and kind of check the runs because Ampadu, we were either going side or holding onto the ball a little bit too much. But I thought you were bang on when you put that in WhatsApp group, Isaac. I thought we missed his kind of progressive play, didn't we?
100%, mate. What do you reckon, Charles?
Yeah. Like I say, I thought I completely agreed with it when you wrote it in the group. I think, obviously, can we give Ampadu a little bit of slack maybe because he's recently back in after being out for a while? That could be an argument just to play devil's advocate on that. But I did think it got better as the game went on. I just thought in that first half, especially, I think we just lacked some progressiveness in that midfield, really. But I mean, can we just speak about Nonto because I don't quite know what's going on here. I think since he signed that new deal, I do think he has gone downhill, lads. I really can't lie. There were certain people on Twitter saying, "Oh, he's everywhere and he's been our best player." I was thinking, I don't know what game you've been watching, but totally ineffective. I thought him and Largy throughout the game, and if I'm honest, I wanted them off earlier than when they did go off. Isaac, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, mate, exactly the same as you, mate. When they put his touch map up at like the first 20 minutes, and I was like, and saying how good he's been, I was like, I think he's been shit. Like, he doesn't look fit enough, but I've said that in the past, and I got shot down a bit on Twitter saying he doesn't look fit enough, but he doesn't. Like, he looked leggy after fucking an hour. And I know he went off shortly after that 70 minutes because we don't make changes before 70 minutes.
No, that's not.
But yeah, I didn't really. Well, I will not have a bad word said about the SofaScore man of the match, apparently, boys. So we were wrong. The experts are right. A 7.7 out of 10 for old Willie.
And what would they base that on then? Because he had so many touches of the ball. I mean, you can have
algorithm in it, and
well, the algorithm's bollocks in it because he might have had plenty of touches on ball, and there were a couple of neat turns here and there, but as soon as he got that ball out of his feet, he was just running into players or running down corridors and getting it took off him. So, it looks a bit leggy for me. I don't know what's going on with him at the moment, but it's just not working, is it?
No, and I think we found out tonight as well maybe why Largy's not been starting games recently as well. You just didn't look at it again. Can you put that down to fitness? Maybe. And I think I think he was always going to rotate out wide just with the games coming quick and fast. But I think we'll see some significant changes on Wednesday, I think, against Blackburn. I think James will probably come back in. I think even Solomon will probably come back in for that game as well, as I thought they completely changed it in that second half. But obviously Tanaka came back in as well, which I was quite pleased to see. It wasn't vintage Tanaka in my opinion, but I still felt he kind of improved things in the middle. But for me, it was Ampadu maybe slowing the pace down, especially in that first half. And just off topic as well, what did you make of the ref? Because he was letting a fair bit go, wasn't he, in that first half, I thought.
That lad with ponytail, he could have been sent off in the first 20 minutes. The one that he hit quite a bad foul.
Harness?
Kicked Ampadu in the face, mate. Yeah, Harness.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that in my notes. My notes resemble someone with Tourette's. Harness, dirty bastard. Get him off. But I counted about 5 or 6 late challenges in that first half. There were, and like we've been saying, haven't we? When we're away from home, they seem to get a lot more physical with us. But there could have easily been a red card in that first half. I thought Harness, and I thought that Mendes Lang as well. He were leaving a lot on players as well, kind of late. They were a big team though, weren't they? Looking at my notes as well, I've put Mendes Lang, fucking unit. So,
he's a right bastard.
I don't know what he's been eating. Him, it's huge, isn't it?
Looked a bit like Adama Traore, didn't he?
Yeah, mate.
He did. Well, if he ate Adama Traore,
looked a bit like Adama Traore. I thought he was built. Well,
yeah,
exactly.
I thought there were a lot of late challenges.
And I mean, to add to that as well, I think that's kind of what happened in that first half. I think Leeds got dragged down to their sort of level in terms of how they kind of wanted the game to go. I think it was suiting them a lot more, especially as it crept into half time. But overall, in that first half, I was just frustrated. I think we had all of the ball, but we weren't really doing a right lot with it. And with a certain player up front as well, that wasn't quite at the races. We'll hand over to his biggest fan now.
Over to you, Isaac.
Discuss.
I don't mind slagging him off when he's not playing, but when he's playing, I'm a bit like, he tries. Do you know what I mean? But fucking, he was shit. He was absolutely fucking terrible. That I've got down in my notes from the first half chance he missed in the 6-yard box.
I
got myself putting in the group chat, if Perot's on, that's 1-0. I was like, no, I won't do that. But
I bet it's right though. I think if that is Joe Perot, I think that is a goal.
Yeah, is that the one where he blazed it over the bar with his left foot? Is that the way it rolls across?
Someone squared it to him from the byline.
Wide. Well, going on to that other chance that he gets as well, where I think it was either Bogle that rolls it across the 18-yard box, and he just hits it with his left foot over the bar. But I think if Pirro's playing in that, he takes a touch and maybe brings it back on his right. I just think he's just lacking composure, I think, in them sort of areas, Joseph. And I think that's where he's going to miss.
Mate, 100%. And I think with Joseph, if he's not finishing it, we rely on him being good in his build-up play. And tonight it was fucking all over the show. His touch was on its arse. He didn't really make anything happen with the ball. He just chased down a few loose balls and put pressure on the keeper. I mean, we had 17 shots. They had 4. Our XG was 2.16 against 0.18. And it didn't feel like that, did it?
No. There was that chance that Joseph had, I think it was a second half as well, where he had all the time in the world just to take a touch and bring the ball down, and he hit it first time with his left foot. And
that's why I was talking about.
Yeah. I think he was just maybe trying a bit too hard, but I think a few of them were at certain points as well. Especially, I think Aronson blazed one over at Bar in first half as well, like he always tends to do. But I did feel like we upped the ante in that second half. I felt it was a lot more of an improvement. But again, I felt like the subs came a little bit too late. I think it was quite evident at half time that changes needed to be made. But again, he left it and he waited. And I think, was it just before 70? Was it just before 70?
He started getting them ready about 60, and I was like, oh, But then they played it and they came on bang on 70, and I was like, all right.
They all started warming up around 60 minutes, didn't they? And I thought, 60 minutes, that'll do. Give them plenty of time to get involved in the game. Then I thought, where are they? And then, 70 minutes. But, they did make a change to the game, obviously, bringing them on. But, sometimes I just feel it's a little bit too late sometimes, but he doesn't seem to be taking that feedback from the fans, does he?
Saying that, top of the league.
Can't grumble, can you, boys?
No, so
cannot grumble.
Guaranteed to be top as well.
Maybe old Dan knows more than us.
Yeah, maybe he's actually onto something.
Maybe he does.
Maybe his experience of winning championship twice has put him in good stead.
He might be onto something here.
I think he might know a little bit more than us boys, but
potentially. But obviously, hopefully it'll be the perfect day for us. Obviously, it's 0-0 at the minute between Burnley and Borough. But obviously Sheffield United, it's about 15, nearly 15,
8, isn't it?
And
is that 51 points then that we're on now? I think
it is.
I think if Burnley win at Middlesbrough, that puts them a point behind us, I think, doesn't it? So I think we really need Borough to do us a favour there. But I think if even a draw for them, every single result's kind of gone our way, hasn't it, this weekend?
What's happened to Carrick? I just watched his pre-match and he's got like a big gash. Looks like someone's punched him up.
Has he done a Pep Guardiola?
Maybe,
Has he been hanging about with Pep? Probably.
No, Pep won't need it anymore. He was like giving fucking Leicester players hugs and that one at full time today.
One winning 14.
Man City are back now, aren't they?
They're back.
Man City are back.
They're back.
Fucking back. But I mean, obviously Sheffield United drawing, I thought was a good result as well. I actually watched most of that game. It wasn't a great watch, I didn't think, personally. Obviously Stoke beating Sunderland late on. Always liked Cannon. Hopefully, fingers crossed this game can go our way tonight as well. But 9 times out of 10, based on I think what the pundits were saying, the team that are top and on New Year's Day are going to get automatically promoted.
Charlie. I mean, if there's any record or any tradition that'll be broke, it'll be us, mate.
Yeah.
So
and you know what?
Of course.
You know what the one exception was in that 10? Us in Bielsa's first season.
Yeah.
We were top at Christmas and then fucked it.
Yeah. I think even when we got relegated from Premiership, I think anybody who amassed so many points in first 5 or 6 games had never gone down. But step up Leeds United. It's always us that kind of break them things, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But can we just speak about that goal then? Because
brilliant.
I mean, the build-up, the movement, the off the ball stuff, the assist from the Spliffmaster General himself. I just thought it was a really, really good goal, and as Mike said earlier, kind of unexpected as well, because I didn't think we were quite capable of doing anything like that in that game. But Mike, how pleased were you with that?
Yeah, just over the moon. And just to go back to what I said, I think we didn't show showing any sort of composure like that all the way throughout the game. And I think it's good that obviously the players that came on, Solomon and Pirro, were the main architects in that. But yeah, I think they were knocking at first, they were kind of going side to side and knocking about a bit. And I'm like, just get it in box. Come on, just do this, just do that. But yeah, what do I know? A nice composed bit of play. And that layoff from Pirro was just magical, wasn't it? He kind of just picked it up and just slotted between the two defenders. And look, the American boy strikes again. You know, everybody's saying we need a number 10, but is he our number 10 now, boys? What do you think? What's that, 7 goals?
Is it 7 goals he's got now? Is it 7 that he's got now? Is that
7? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's chipping in now, isn't he?
I mean, keeps getting his pelters, doesn't he? But the numbers speak for themselves, you know. And I don't think we've really got anyone else at the minute that it could be rotated with. You know, I think people keep saying that they want to see maybe Nonto in the 10. I've said that before as well, but I think with how he's playing at the minute, I don't really want to see him on pitch at all. And that sounds strange to say, but I thought James and Solomon made a real impact when they came on. Isaac, what about you?
Yeah, exactly the same, mate. And yeah, the numbers, like we said with Aronson, it might not always be pretty, but it's effective in it recently. Same with Pirro. Yeah. I mean, I know I seem to glorify his stats a bit, but 14 starts, 15 goal involvements with goals and assists now. So how many is League One Matty got? About what? 2 goals, 1 assist.
3 goals in it.
Get him to fucking
like that, yeah.
I mean, you look at the players that play in Aronson's role, people like Josh Brownell and that Finn Azaz, you know, they've got similar numbers to him, and apparently they're having an amazing season. Yeah, so maybe, you know, Aronson's getting panned because he does miss the odd kind of sitter, or he does smash the odd one, you know, over the bar. But I think he's having a good season, me boys. I really do.
Do we think we're going a little bit hard on Brendan because last season we had a guy that's playing for Brighton and we sold for 40 million now?
Yeah. And the fact that he left us in the dead. I saw a comment on Twitter about him saying, "Feed the rat and he will score." So it seems like, you know, some fans are enjoying him, but they're still not letting it go, have they? You know,
I've nearly forgiven him now. I think I've nearly forgiven him.
I have. You know, I'm fickle.
Yeah, I think
I've forgiven him.
Still don't want to see him next year.
I think.
No, I agree. I think he'll get thrown about like a dog in Premiership again, won't he?
Yeah, I think all jokes aside, though, I think at least you have to say a fair play to him, because I think a lot of fans, probably us three included, maybe didn't want him to come back after how he kind of left things, but he's got his head down, he's contributing, he's assisting, he's scoring goals, so that's all you can really ask for, I think, really. And you know, he's really making a claim that we don't need to sign a number 10, but would you still go and get a number 10 if there's a deal to be done, lads? What do you think?
Depends who it is, mate. Do you know what I mean? If it's someone that we know is better than what we've got, then yeah, go and do it. But if it's someone that's just coming in to be like, as the Americans call them, a role player, like Brendan, then I'd probably leave it alone. I mean, speaking about forgiving him, I'd said, I've just forgiven him now. I was fucking jumping around Hillsborough singing "You'll Be My American Boy." And when was that? August. So I think I need to wind my neck in, boys. But Mikey, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah.
Exactly what you say, Isaac, really. I think if somebody comes available that'll improve the squad, I'd take him. But I've seen the odd story kind of going about that we're looking at Emi Buendia because he's not getting much game time at Villa, is he? Can't see it happening, but you know, if he became available, I'd say bring him in. But I just I don't see the point in upsetting the apple cart for the sake of it, really. You know, but if someone, you know, an extraordinary player comes available, I don't see why not we should take him. But I don't think that'll happen.
What about Mike?
Oh yeah, I'll take him. Yeah, 100%. 100%. He definitely improved the squad, and I think he'd definitely be a starter for us as well. So I would take him, but I don't think it's, you know, that big of a problem anymore now, the number 10.
Top of the fucking league, boys. We're sound.
Exactly. It's going along just spiffing.
We'll sign Big Kev in January. It'll all be good.
So I know.
Big Kev. We'll get Big Kev back. I think we still own him somehow.
Yeah. Where is he? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he even playing?
Probably.
Is he
Looking about in Turkey? Yeah.
Not in France.
Fuck knows.
I think last time. I think I saw something about him being in Turkey and then in France, but yeah. I mean,
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
It was nice to see to know that Pat Bamford's alive and well. Obviously, he came on, didn't he?
You're still missing chances, yeah?
Again,
I didn't know.
he actually nearly scored, didn't he? Nearly scored, to be honest.
That was a good run, to be fair. That was a good run.
Yeah, it was.
But that keeper, their
Costa.
keeper had an absolute screamer, to be fair, didn't he?
Yeah.
You look at some
Yeah,
of
he
the
played
saves
well.
he made. I thought if it weren't for him, I think we'd have had at least 3 goals tonight. There was the Aronson one where, you know, it came to him on edge at 6-yard box and he dived to the bottom corner. And then I thought it was a good save as well when we took that quick free kick and Bamford kind of tried to clip it over him. I thought that was a good save as well, but I thought he had a really good game.
Basel, Big Kev. Do you remember what we put when we said we weren't signing him on a permanent? Bit harsh, that. Have we just got it up there?
I thought overall... What?
Will not be extended.
That was it?
Oh.
See you later,
Is
Kev.
that it? Is that it?
That it done deal.
I mean, it was shit anyway. When I remember I think he came on against Rotherham or something like that, and he had a touch like a trampoline. It was shocking.
Did you see that Stuart Alice thing that I sent you boys by that Leeds
Cinema?
No, I ain't saying that yet.
He spoke about it in that, and he said from the minute he came in, we knew he was never going to play. Yeah. One, he said he was too fat, and 2, just like the way he moved in training and that, he was like, he was never going to play.
Yeah.
But
it's
been
crazy.
Quite obvious from his first appearance, to be honest.
Crazy that they'd agreed to that sort of clause even before him kicking a ball for us.
Victor fucking Arter, that's why.
30 million, crazy money.
Victor Arter, that's what happened there, lads. I think. But yeah, I thought overall, I think Derby played a lot better than what they did a few weeks ago at Ellen Road. I think that's quite obvious to say. Like Mike's just said there, I thought their keeper played quite well. They did try to make it physical. They tried to obviously frustrate us, which I think they did for the majority of that game. But I think that goal just proved our class and obviously the firepower that Leeds can bring off the bench. I think in this division is just, you know, it's a cheat code really, isn't it? But obviously we're going to New Year's Day now against Blackburn. They got beat by Hull today at home.
Yeah, there were some weird results, weren't there, this weekend?
Yeah,
some weird results. That was probably the strangest one.
Us winning 2 away from home being the weirdest.
True.
Exactly. Yeah, that is true. To be honest, yeah. But I think that'll be quite a tough game, that Blackburn one. I mean, obviously, I think we're all feeling a bit more confident now going into it, and you know, hopefully, this is the start of a very good run for Leeds. But I mean, do we think we should be confident going into this one, especially that it's at home, lads? I mean, how are we feeling about it?
I think we should be confident, 100%. I mean, we've been decent away from home, but when we're at home, we're a totally different team, aren't we? Totally dominant, Yeah. So I think I won't say it's an easy game, but I think we'll make light work of Blackburn. I think they've been hit and miss recently. They've had some good results, but they've had some stinkers as well, as you've seen with the Hull one. So I think it's 3 points for us. If he starts with Solomon and Pirro and James, starts with the strongest team, I think it's 3 points for us.
Isaac, are you on the same wavelength there?
No winning free for Blackburn, no. We had a look at that.
Is it really? Yeah.
Yeah, 21st they lost away to Millwall. Then they drew 2-2 at home to Sunderland, and then today, obviously, they lost to Hull. So, yeah, they're obviously not as good as everyone makes out. I reckon we'll smack their ass and send them to bed.
Yep. I
mean, you did predict a 4-0 win tonight.
Yeah, based on Jolly P starting. If you work out the time he was on the pitch and the goal he scored, I reckon I'm doing a bit of Chris Wilder maths there.
I see where you're going with that one, Isaac. Yeah, I agree.
Did you see his interview after that game earlier?
Yeah, I put it in the group chat. Did you watch it?
No, but I've seen it anyway. It's just.
I think my reply was, "What a silly little man!
What a bitter bastard
he's
he is.
The most passive, aggressive, saltiest fucking ham-faced bastard going into. He's just an arsehole, isn't it?
He's like an arsehole. Character, mate. He's like I can imagine him in Phoenix Knights. So he's like, oh, let's have a look at the team sheets. I want to see our youth team and their players that they bring off the bench. It's like, mate, just fuck off, you horrible prick.
Yeah.
Like just accept your fate.
It's like
so what?
It's like he were trying to praise West Brom, even though he really didn't want to make it.
Yeah. Like when we beat him.
Yeah, basically. It's classic Wilder that though, wasn't it? He's a tit.
Classic Wilder, but I mean, the question is as well, just a bit off topic. Is Wayne Rooney finally going to get sacked now? Because
I hope not.
You know, is it 60 feet in 7? 60 feet in 7 for him now, or something like that.
Oxford will beat him. Oh, Oxford who lost again.
Gary Rowett's turned it around for him, hasn't he, a bit?
Yeah, Gary Rowett army, but can't last much longer there.
Ian will be getting a Gary Rowett tattoo as we speak.
Did you see him? I saw a picture of Rooney.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, probably.
He was sat in a bar in Plymouth with 2 young birds around him, so he's still not changed.
Oh, I've seen it. Seen that,
yeah.
I've seen a video of him singing karaoke in that same bar as well.
Yeah. He's obviously enjoying the local boozers and local lasses, but he can't.
How he gets employed, I do not know.
There's a stat for you. Aronson has scored more than Ruta did last season now.
There you go, mate.
Is he really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did Ruta get? 6?
6, mate,
Yeah.
About 50 assists, though. So.
I'm going to say a lot of assists, though. He got about 16
assists. A lot of assists,
yeah.
I think you could kind of let him off with goals because he provided so much. But at least Aronson's kind of doing both, isn't he? So
that's what I mean. Feed the rat and he will score.
He'll have a release clause as well. So don't forget, come the summer, he'll have a release clause.
Yeah, he'll be gone, won't
he? Yeah, 40 million.
If we don't go up. Oh God!
It still works. I still, this sounds really harsh on the lad, doesn't it? Because he's doing so well. But you still, if we do get promoted, you still see him just playing like he did before. A lot of running, a lot of ingenuity, but just getting absolutely bodied every game.
You say this though, but is the Championship more physical than the Prem?
I would say so.
I don't know.
Some teams in this league are just horrible bastards, aren't they?
It's a different kind of physical, isn't it? I think in Championship it's grizzled, dirty bastardness, isn't it? But I think in the Premiership, you look at like Virgil van Dijk. He's strong as an ox, isn't he? But he's classy with it. He glides across the pitch. It's a different kind of, I think, physicality. I think in Premiership, but either way, I think he might struggle again unless he gets on the Yorkshire pudding wraps and gets beefed up.
I'll sort him some special supplements out. 7 goals, 2 assists for Brendan.
It's good numbers.
How many assists?
2.
Like I said, there's players in Championship that have got same numbers as him, and they're having amazing seasons apparently. So maybe we need to put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on his name.
Respect on his name.
Not his role player.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really think we've got any more to add on that. Really, just a very good win away from home. Obviously, back-to-back wins, and as Mike said, feed the rat and he will score.
He will indeed.
Leave it there.
I hope he doesn't see this. Imagine.
Exactly. Imagine if he did. Yeah, that'd be beautiful. But yeah, like I say, guys, we'll leave it there for this evening. Obviously, I appreciate everyone that has watched this live and that will watch it afterwards as well. Please get your thoughts and opinions into the comment section if you're watching it after the live has ended as well. Big thank you, obviously, to Mike and Isaac for joining, as always. And we will be We'll probably be back over the next few days, won't we, as we preview Blackburn on Wednesday. So there'll be plenty of content. Yeah, Blackburn. There'll be plenty of content out, I'm sure, over the next week or so. Obviously, we've got Blackburn and Hull, haven't we, this week? So we'll get plenty of stuff out for you guys. Hope you all have a great New Year's Eve as well, if you're doing anything. And yeah, we'll leave it there for tonight, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers.